Hey YouTube world, I'm Jessica the Plant Killer. Welcome to another video where I try to make recipes into healthy, veganized, but still delicious meals. And today is dedicated to Thanksgiving side dishes. I think I'm gonna make stuffing, gravy, and if I have time, cranberry sauce. The problem is I made this last week and it actually turned out amazing. The recipe that I had, I wanted to keep it really simple, like 6 ingredients or less. But the problem was the next day when I took it out of the fridge, it was really dry. And I believe Thanksgiving food should be good for days. So I'm gonna take you with me as I kind of wing it. I asked my mother for my grandmother's famous dressing recipe, dressing as we call it in Texas, and I'm trying to veganize it and simplify it as much as possible. Really, I just took some notes from her ingredients and I'm going to add them as I go. I think I'm gonna use chickpea flour because I noticed that my grandmother's recipe called for eggs, and I'm hoping it all turns out really moist and good for days. So how about I bring you guys into the kitchen. I'm going to enjoy my peppermint mocha as I make this. I just made this for the very first time last night at home with just really simple, healthy ingredients, and I am addicted. I'll probably be drinking peppermint mochas all year. Just went into my freezer and found this much bread. Not gonna cut it. I am gonna cut my recipe in half because there's just one of me and I might feed my friend Cody, but this is still not enough for half the recipe. So I'm gonna go to Costco and I'll be right back. Are you clothed? Ready? Let's go! Costco run! We'll get your britches on and I'll be ready. Alright guys, Costco run complete. We now have all of our ingredients. Today you will need your favorite bread. I recommend Dave's bread as always. Celery, carrots, chickpea flour for our egg substitute, garlic, vegetable stock or veggie bouillon, olive oil, salt, pepper, thyme, sage, and oregano. First step, preheat your oven. Next, gather your bread, 8 slices, and you're going to chop them into cubes. This is the most tedious part, and I hope you have a sharper knife than I do. On a large baking sheet, spread out the bread so that every piece is touching the pan. Place in the oven for 10 minutes. Next, chop away on your carrots, onions, and celery. I added some green onions that I had laying around. And next, you're going to get your chickpea flour mixture ready, which is 1 cup chickpea flour and about 1.5 cups of water. Whisk really well until the flour is dissolved. And then you want to get your vegetable stock ready. 1 cup vegetable stock or a cup of water with a teaspoon of veggie bouillon. Next, you're going to fire up your stove and add in the carrots, onions, and celery with a little bit of olive oil or water if you like, garlic, salt, thyme, oregano, and sage. Mix evenly and really well. And you're going to let that saute for 10 minutes. While your vegetables are sauteing, go ahead and get your gravy started. First, you're going to add in the vegetable broth or water and vegetable bouillon, onion powder, nutritional yeast, soy sauce, Dijon mustard, oat flour or wheat flour, and whisk in the middle of adding your flour to the mixture. Bring to a boil, and I ended up adding mine to the blender because the oat flour was still a little clumpy and it came out perfectly smooth. If you want, you can continue to simmer it to get it to the thickness that you would like, or you can add water to thin it out. Once your vegetables are sauteed, add in the crispy bread cubes, chickpea flour mixture, vegetable stock. Mix it until it absorbs all of the liquid. I find that these portions are the perfect to make your bread soggy enough and completely covered without overdoing it, but it's also not too dry. Next, you're going to spray your casserole dish and fill it with the dressing. Bake in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. Next, we are going to cook cranberry sauce. I'm really excited about this recipe because it turned out delicious. Add in your cranberries with some blueberries. Then you are going to make a date paste as your sweetener. It'll contain about 7 dates, half a fresh squeezed orange, and half a cup of water. Blend it on high and then add it to the berries. Bring everything to a boil and mix evenly and allow to simmer for about 7 minutes, giving the cranberries time to pop. And then you're going to use a potato masher to pop the rest of them. I mush them just enough to where it's still a little bit chunky, but that's up to you. Once it's at the consistency you want, add it to a glass dish with a cover and place in your freezer for 20 minutes to eat immediately, or in your refrigerator to store for later. The dressing is done, and now it is time to eat. So this is take 2, but you're not going to get our initial reaction from the food. Cody's is always pretty funny when he eats my food because you look like you're, I don't know, he's really excited.
I just get excited about good tasting food anyway.
Yeah.
So I grew up with a mom who made everything bland. So when I eat food that tastes really good, I get excited.
Everything we eat tastes really good.
That is true.
The verdict was this turned out amazing. Both. The cranberry sauce, I'm shocked because first time I made it, it was super tart. So I just kind of wung it when I was recording this time and tried a few different things, like using the dates with the orange juice and blending it with water. Literally, that's all it took to just balance out the tartness and make it sweet. It's super good. And this turned out really moist with the chickpea flour and plenty of veggie stock. That's like the key to keep it moist, I think. And the gravy's always good, and it's only a few ingredients. Whole food ingredients, so you don't have to eat this and feel guilty.
Do yourself a favor this holiday and play a prank on your relatives. You should make this for them and let them think it's regular stuffing and get their reaction. I think that would be hilarious.
It's actually a really good idea. That's what I do anyways. Like most of the time if I bring food for people, I don't even tell them it's vegan.
Right?
Until after they eat it, and then they're like if they went in eating knowing it was vegan, they probably would have been like, it's different. But it never is.
No, using vegan to describe food is going to turn your relatives off instantly.
Yeah.
So sneak it in there.
That's a good tip.
Give your family boosts of energy to play board games and watch movies after food.
So my grandmother would use like sausage, butter, maybe chicken even, in the dressing with some eggs. So I wanted to simplify it and not make it too tricky and have too many steps, but still taste amazing. So the chickpea flour did a really good job, and I used a little bit of oil instead of butter. And really the key is like sauteing your vegetables first and then adding it all together and making sure everything's mixed and moist. Not like sitting in soup though. I learned that it's easy to make it too moist, or too dry. And this actually is like right in between, right?
It's perfect. It's like pulling a muffin out of the oven, and it's perfect moistness.
Yeah, and the gravy, of course, makes it amazing.
So good. And it only gets better the more you eat it.
Thanksgiving came early. Oh yeah, what we said in the last take. We got my first vegan turkey and ham from Sprouts. I've never tried either one before. And I was going to eat it tonight and share with you guys what we thought about it. But it takes 24 hours to thaw. So tomorrow, he will probably be here. we'll taste it and let you guys know if it's any good and if it's worth it.
This is plant-based.
So cute in my pajamas.
Are you filming?
Yeah. It's 1:18 a.m.
She says seashores by the seashore.
Scotch down into my belly. Alright, we're eating late because we kind of always do. Honestly, I don't go to bed till like 3 or 4. It's awful. So what we have here, a plant-based ham. There's the brand right here. And hazelnut cranberry roast with rosemary, candied ginger, and sausage stuffing.
That's so good now.
We couldn't wait to eat this because we were starving, and I only have one oven, so I could only cook one at a time because they're supposed to be set at different temperatures. So we already tried the sausage, what is it again? Cranberry roast.
Hazelnut sausage cranberry roast.
What'd you think about that one?
Oh, it was so good.
It was amazing.
It was like, you couldn't even tell the difference that it wasn't real sausage.
It was so good. It was better than any just turkey I've ever had before.
Yeah.
So now I think we should try the ham next.
Yeah, it was good.
Without gravy and then with. We don't have a knife. You probably need a knife, but just tear it off with your hands.
I can do it. No,
It tastes just like
it's
ham.
surprisingly weird. Yeah.
Identical.
Just like ham.
It's weird for us because we don't eat animals, so it tastes like too much like an animal's body.
That is nuts.
So if you're new on your vegan journey and you eat a lot of meat alternatives, I highly recommend this one for ham because it tastes just like it, like tendons and all.
I don't know how to do that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The ingredients could be worse. They're really not the best. There's like some processed ingredients. It only contains less than 2% of most of the processed ingredients, which is good. And in this one that we had earlier, the ingredients in this one are actually really not bad.
Filtered water, wheat gluten, safflower oil, which isn't ideal, cranberry, crystallized ginger, roasted hazelnut, wheat protein isolate, yeast extract, barley malt extract, whole wheat pastry flour, granulated garlic, dried apples, onion powder, yellow pea flour, ginger juice, sesame oil, spices, lemon juice, tomato paste, garlic, and some natural smoke flavors, and then seasoning.
So this has like real food in it. The roast that we have, that one's my favorite.
Yeah.
The ham, I'm gonna eat it, but it's still kind of weirding me out. But we gotta try the gravy. I mean, this is Thanksgiving. I mean, I don't really see the point in eating animals when you can do this.
Honestly, it tastes the same. And you know, like a turkey takes all day to cook, and this took you what, like, how many hours?
I had to thaw it for 24 hours and then cook it for an hour.
Okay, so honestly, cook time really wasn't that bad.
Gravy.
And you know it's gonna come out good. You never know how a turkey's gonna come out.
It's weird.
Everyone always claims that they make the best turkey, and every year I'm always disappointed.
It's dry.
Always.
Gravy makes everything good.
That is 100%.
When I would eat turkey, I would just drench it in gravy anyways. It was all about the sides
Yeah.
for Thanksgiving, you know? The side dishes, the casseroles.
Honestly, I actually preferred a honey glazed ham to turkey
You did?
every time.
I was never a big fan of ham, honestly.
No, ham was my jam.
Pigs have always been my friends.
Okay, so you're better than me, it's fine.
We're gonna finish this while watching How to Train Your Dragon, the third one.
Yeah.
I say the verdict is
It's a great Thanksgiving this year.
the ham tastes just like ham. It comes with a glaze too. amber ale glaze, which is super good, and I put on it the last 15 minutes. And then the roast is my freaking favorite. Like the crust that's on top of it is like a perfect flaky croissant. And you guys have the recipe for my dressing, cranberry, and
Gravy.
what do you think about the gravy?
I love the gravy. It's delicious.
Can you believe this thing is made out of whole foods, except for mustard? Because it doesn't really qualify as a whole food. And it's creamy and thick and amazing. Hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you, Cody, for making an appearance once again.
It was really hard to be here and eat food.
I'm sure
Yeah.
this kid, super lucky to be my friend.
Yeah.
So I'll see you guys in the next video, or more like, you'll see me. I think I'm gonna make peppermint fudge for the next video. If not, a couple weeks after that.
I'll try to be here for that one too.
Yeah, for you. We'll see you guys next time.
Yep.
Peace.
Bye.
Staring off into an abyss.
Hello.
Excuse me.
You're hired for Thanksgiving.
Food. I can't even eat the ham.
Really? Is it that weird? No, I don't need more. Actually, think the ham is pretty dope.